Hi guys, my name's Kate and this is my hair salon behind me. I've been doing hair for almost 20 years and it's always been a dream of mine to own my own hair salon, as many hairstylists have that same dream. My salon is a commercial front property. So this is a commercial front. There's a commercial door over here onto a main street. And behind my salon, my home is actually attached. So I do have a unique situation where I have purchased a commercial building that happens to have a dwelling that I am allowed to also live in. So this has worked out really great for me, having my business in this way. If that's something that interests you, please drop me a comment below so I know to go a little bit deeper into that in the future. I have a lot of knowledge to give, and so I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about who I am and what you can expect from this channel, and then you can decide if you want to subscribe or not. I have a lot of knowledge to give you due to my vast work experience. I've worked in different countries: Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. I've worked in Ontario, Canada, and British Columbia, Canada. Now in British Columbia, Canada, and it's just beautiful here. I love it here. I'm really a believer in creating a life that you love. And so that's why I live here. And I live in a very small mountain town as well, to give you some perspective. So my little salon here with 3 chairs is a very small town. So it wouldn't be reasonable for me to be opening up like a really big hair salon here. I do hope to grow this into a big hair salon in the future. But right now, this town is pretty small. It's growing, but it's going to take some years for it to grow. And so I'll take some years to grow my hair salon also. I've worked with many different product lines, and I've also worked very closely with several different salon owners. I've opened some salons from the ground up alongside the owners as an employee, and now of course I've opened this salon myself as well. I've also worked closely with an owner as a franchisee manager, and so in that position I oversaw several different franchises of a hair salon, and they also carried a vast variety of hair products, so that gave me a really good understanding of working with all sorts of different product lines and selling different product lines and the benefits and maybe downfalls of that. As well, I learned about the back end of all the hairdressing and all the numbers and everything, of course, and marketing, and I have a lot of good experience to share. The purpose of my channel is to provide you with some information so that you can be more successful. I want to share my knowledge, my mistakes, and I also want to share what's worked for me so that you can learn from me and with me. My salon behind me, it has been fully booked since about 6 months of opening. I am a solo hairstylist in the salon here currently because I am in a very small town. So like I said, I'm growing cautiously. I want to make sure that I don't overinvest in my business and then end up falling too far behind the 8 ball. Being in such a small town, my traffic is limited. I am fully booked, but if I bring someone else in here, I am going to have to work pretty hard to get them fully booked also. There is a few different reasons why my salon has been fully booked from 6 months of start date, and that is because I offer excellent customer service. I know a thing or two about marketing, and so I was able to market my hair salon opening honestly for just about $0. I hardly invested any money at all besides my Canva subscription, which is $17 a month, I think, from memory. Started off my hair salon with new client special promotions, so promotions to get new faces coming through the door. And I also started off with a really low price point tier. So my prices did increase gradually in that first year. Not incredibly significantly, just a little bit, but it did come in low and built up my clientele and slowly raised my prices over a year. And I lost some clientele in doing that, but they got the word going and the buzz going about the salon. And so the salon continued to grow, even though some people dropped off as I raised the prices a few dollars here and there. I also take really good care of my regular clients so that they never feel taken advantage of, or I'm giving them less of a treatment because I know them better now or anything, or I'm rushing them because I know them better. I always just give them the best experience I can. I try never to make any assumptions, and I basically treat them like a new client every time, because I think we put the most effort in the first time we meet someone. And another thing I want to point out is just the best form of advertising I have ever seen across all the salons I have ever opened from the ground up is word of mouth. The best form of advertising is word of mouth. If you give someone a really great experience in your salon, it makes them want to talk about it. Also, if you just make their hair look amazing, people compliment them, and then they're going to talk about how great their experience was as well. The most important thing in a salon is that your client feels listened to. They feel comfortable physically and emotionally. On top of that, you also want to make sure that you are offering the best service you can offer as well. I started with no products on the shelves, and I waited to decide what I should try. I did consider bringing in many different product lines so the clients could have a lot of different things to choose from and different price points. But ultimately, I am a sole proprietor, and that wasn't financially realistic. I decided to carry only the products that I have always used and loved myself, which is Pureology. So that's all up here, my Pureology products. Now, Pureology is a luxury brand, so it is expensive to carry in my salon, but I find it does sell itself on a regular basis, and that's because I truly do love the products and I do use them myself, so I can vouch for all these products up here. On this shelf that you see down here, this is some things I've tested the waters with along the way. I have some tools, some hair clips, couple brushes, and a couple other interesting like shampoos and conditioners that I have liked along the way. I am deciding to clear out all these products ultimately and just stick with the Pureology up there. And that's because Pureology is the only thing that actually moves on a regular basis. This stuff down here, it fills up the shelves and makes it look colorful, but it's not moving, it's not selling. And I don't want anything sitting there that's not selling, especially being a sole proprietor. It's just like money sitting on the shelf. I also should probably mention that I use L'Oreal as my color line in my salon. It's the product line that I believe offers the best results. I've used it from day one, and along the way, I've tried different product lines like Redken, Aveda, Wella, Schwarzkopf, but ultimately L'Oreal is the product line that I just believe offers the absolute best results, and so I carry it in my salon. Here, this is the outside of my salon, and I have a sign there on the open sign just saying that it's by appointment only at this point. And now let's go inside. So when you come inside my salon, there is a really cozy, chic kind of feeling in here. It's nice and tidy. There is greenery. I've got 3 chairs. And the reason I have 3 chairs is just because I had the opportunity to buy 3 chairs for a reasonable price and 3 stations when I opened up here. And I actually thought, like, if you have the chairs, the people will come. So I got 3 chairs thinking stylists will come out of the woodwork and want to work here. And over time, I kind of just stopped looking for the stylists. Now, I do live in a very small town, so it's not like people are knocking down the door looking for a job. But it's kind of a tight space, as you can see. I could easily fit 1 other stylist in here, and that would be okay. But 2 would be too much if we were working all at the same time. I do plan on growing this, but right now, things are going really well, and my clients are all very happy and spreading really good word about the salon. So it will definitely have to be the right person when I decide to hire them. And I've decided that I'm going to do a commission-based model. And the reason I'm doing that is because I can make a bit more money and also retain more control over my salon as opposed to renting chairs. Now, when you rent chairs, you just don't have as much control over how the stylists conduct themselves. When people are on commission, they have to listen to you a bit more. I really like my Lake Hair Salon sign that I have over there. It really adds a nice little touch to the salon. Here is my hood dryer, which is just a portable one. It's good to have. I probably only used it like 5 times, but it's good to have one because when you need it, you need it. Over here, I have just a water station. People can get their own water, a garbage, of course, for clients and Kleenex. More greenery, and then my product shelf. Now, what you see on the top shelf there is what I'm going to be selling for product long term. That's all Pureology products on the top shelf. On this shelf right here, this is all my clearance stuff that I'm deciding to get rid of completely. So hopefully I can get rid of it and move on, because this is just money that is eating up my income right now. And I'm not a salesperson, and I'm only one stylist. So, you know, putting inventory on your shelf is a pretty big expense, actually. Adds up. And I have chosen to use Pureology, which is a luxury line. So it is high end, and it's expensive for me to buy, and it's expensive for the client to buy. But I find that the Pureology actually moves really well. So all these products up here, they sell consistently really well, and it's really easy for me to restock them. I use L'Oreal color too. So when I'm ordering my color, I just put on the products that I need to refill the shelves. And it's simple. It doesn't cost me any extra. It comes straight to the salon within 48 hours. These products here I've kind of picked up over time, and I thought people would like them. And sure, some people do like them, but ultimately I'm just not a salesperson. So these Pureology products I use in salons, so they kind of sell themselves, and I love them, so they sell themselves because I have nothing but great things to say about them. This stuff down here is like, some of it's pretty good, some of it's excellent, but it's not selling itself, so it's got to go. Now, this is my station that I work from right here. I always use this station, and that's why it's got the comfort thing on the bottom for my feet, so my feet don't get sore. Here is my shampoo sink. I do have a little neck rest that goes in there too. It's just not there right now to make it more comfortable for the clients. And then at the front here, I have a little display, a couple of Framar sandals for sale, or slides, I should say. There is my desk, and I use the Clover system for cashing clients out. Now, that's a pretty heavy duty system there. It costs, like, at the time of getting it, about $2,500 or $2,800 Canadian. But you don't need something that techy. At the time that we purchased this, we were actually running a general store. You could use something much simpler for a cash out system. But I will say it is nice to have my cash out system that I have, because this Clover here also has the ability to have different apps on it. So I'm just gonna log in here and show you. So on my Clover system, we have all these apps, and I'm actually able for $20 a month to have a salon scheduler system that takes care of all my clients' information and color notes and things like that. So that's super handy. Every every salon needs to have a washroom, and so there's the washroom. It's nothing fancy in there. I'll show you, because you're gonna think there's something wrong with it if I don't, but there's nothing fancy, just a washroom. It's a washroom, it works. You always need to have a sink too for washing your dishes, along with your salon basin.